Hello, Montessorians. I'm here today to talk to you about Facebook. And it's, without a doubt that Facebook is certainly going to be front and center of your communication, whether it's with prospective parents or current parents. There are so many great tools that are available to you, whether you have a Facebook business page or a Facebook group. So I'm going to go over some great tips and tricks on how you can use Facebook to communicate with both prospective parents and existing parents. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, first things first, I'm going to talk about the Facebook business page. Here I am on our Needle marketing page. You're probably very familiar with this. Your school probably already has a Facebook business page. This is what you'll use to have a social presence on Facebook. So you're most likely familiar with the features, but I'm just going to show you how you can use some of the unique features as a marketing tool that's free for your school. Because after all, that's what Needle marketing does, is we help schools market their services to prospective parents. So let's talk about that. So first off, you can see here, I have my profile picture is our logo. That should always be rule of thumb for your school as well. So if you've got a nice logo, make sure you have a high resolution photo and you can post that. That makes it so much more recognizable and more professional looking as well. And here we have a banner. We had our graphic designer do this, and if you have a graphic designer, you can do that as well, or you can hire Needle Marketing, and they also do some great social banners and graphics. But you can see that it's a clear picture, it's professional, and it makes sense. You can also have a beautiful picture of your school, maybe of your classroom. I know some schools have a video instead of a picture. So whatever works best for your branding, feel free to use that. What you can see as well is our content here. So this is our feed. So when people click on our profile, they see maybe our latest events, what's going on, our videos, any news that's going on. If we're having an event, they'll be able to see that. So you want to make sure that on your profile picture on your profile for your school, you are also using it to share news either to prospective parents or current parents in your community. So if you have a school event, post about it. If you created a great school blog that you want to share that's really a great education tool for parents, also post that on your Facebook profile. So lots of great content ideas there. But something I want to point out, and this is something that more schools should really be doing because it's such a great feature to be more seen, and it's free to do, is actually go in and create an event for your school. And this is free. So you can see on the sidebar there, I clicked event, and it's going to take me to the event page where I can actually create a public event that other people in my local community will be able to see and sign up for. This is great if you're offering a free parent workshop, or if you have an open house coming up. You can actually reach so many more people through this feature, and it's free. So here I am. And I can see here information about my current events. And if I scroll down to where it says events here, I can actually create an event. So I'm going to click that. It's so easy to create an event. And then it will ask you if it's an in-person event or an online event. If it's an online event, you can provide the Zoom link. So say you're having an open house virtually, that's also an option for you. Let's say it's going to be in person, and it's going to just be a general event. So I'll go ahead and add in the details. So it'll automatically pick my banner picture as the image. You can, of course, change it, but I think that if you have a great banner picture, you don't have to because it already speaks for your school. You can select the event name. So maybe it's an open house, all parents are welcome. Maybe it's a Montessori NEDA workshop, or a toddler parenting workshop, or maybe you're offering a free positive discipline workshop. You can also title that. And you'll add your location. So you'll add your school location if it's an in-person, or if you're maybe going to hold it at a local library or something like that, you can also put that. And what the location will do is it will actually create the event in your local space. So when people on Facebook are looking for events in their area, yours will come up as an option for them to sign up for. So if these parents are looking for, parent support groups or events that they can join to kind of learn more about parenting, you will actually come up, and it doesn't cost you anything to do this, just organizing the event really. You can, of course, fill out the details here, and people will be able to star their event if you're interested. They'll be able to mark going, and you'll be able to see who's registered as going, so you can maybe get an idea of how many people to expect for your open house. And they'll also be able to invite. And what you can do is you can encourage your current parents to actually invite parents that they know might be interested in Montessori or who are having children and are considering Montessori as an option for their learning. So it's definitely a great way to kind of build community, to get more people interested in your school, and it doesn't cost you any money. It's just a matter of minutes of putting it online and organizing the event. So it really is a great tool, and I recommend using it. Other than that, your Facebook page is really a place for you to share school news and updates about your learning. So it's a great space to kind of express your school mission. And for a rule of thumb, I think schools should really be posting weekly, maybe bi-weekly at most. You don't need to be posting daily posts on Facebook. You don't want to overwhelm parents. But definitely use it as a tool to notify parents of events that are going on at your school. Use it as a community building tool, and remember that prospective parents are looking. So make sure on your website you have a link to your Facebook page. On emails as well, you can have a footer on your emails. Sign your Facebook page so parents know that you're active, and it's an option for them to find out news about your school through Facebook. All right, I'm going to move on and talk about Facebook groups next, which is another great conversation. All right, next I want to talk about Facebook groups. So if you have a Facebook page, you can also run a group off of that page. So I'm here on the Montessori Thrive page, and this is the page that we run off of our marketing page, which we just went through. And this is an option for you if maybe you want to have a group for your staff members, or maybe you want to have a group for your parent community if you have a highly involved parent community that you want to give them a space to interact, communicate, get to know each other. There have been schools who maybe have a group per classroom, and then there are other schools that have just one general group for parents. This is great for PTA. This is great for if you have parents who are constantly volunteering and highly involved in your school to communicate and stay updated. I think the first thing you want to do when you have a Facebook group, though, is create a nice document with maybe 10 good rules on how to conduct, how everyone should conduct themselves in the group. We have a great Facebook guideline document on Montessori Thrive, and you can click on the link below to access that document if you're a member. If not, you can sign up on my.montessorithrive.com, and we have a lot of Facebook management resources on there for you. But definitely you want to have a good outline of rules so that people know how to conduct themselves. So you can say, we run our group with grace and courtesy. So we expect that behavior, no name calling, no, maybe no children names being thrown around in the group, things like that. So it's important to have that before you even get started with anything else. I think another great thing about a group is that it can be a great way to serve your current parent community. So maybe you could take the focus off of marketing and just focus on communicating and serving those existing parents. You can share events, get people's thoughts. Maybe you can ask questions. You can conduct polls. So maybe if you're fundraising, this is a great interactive space for you guys to collaborate. Of course, have those in-person meetings if that's possible for you. But for a lot of parents who work, an online space is a lot more convenient for them. So it is a great space to have available to parents. Another thing is that you can also promote your online events on your group. So if you do create events, whether it's meetings or workshops, you can also include information on that in those groups. So it's a great way to keep parents involved. You can share more kind of current news. So maybe things that concern parents. Maybe you can share newsletters. If you don't want those publicly shared on your public profile, maybe you have a weekly or a monthly newsletter, you can share that. If you have certain calendars, you can post that in the group so that parents can be updated on the annual calendar. They don't have to email you. They can just look on the Facebook group. There is a space where you can add announcements here, your overall discussion here. So if there's any questions being posted, and you can also have rooms. So maybe you can use rooms to kind of separate people into their classes. There are also some more great tools. You can actually upload files. So if you have a PDF of a school calendar year for that year, you can upload that on your Facebook group. And it's very easy to do. You just click on files, and it'll allow you to pretty much upload a variety of different things. That you have a Montessori parenting reading list, a schedule of the school, maybe when to re-enroll, So all of these things are great to have in your group, and it makes your life a bit easier because you don't have to constantly be sending out emails and bombarding parents who maybe don't even check their inbox. They might be more likely to be kind of stuck to their social media. So there's a lot of great options here. So definitely consider having a Facebook group for your parent community or your staff community moving forward. It also is a great way for you to just monitor the conversations that are going on. So it can be a great tool. I hope you found some of these tips on Facebook profiles and Facebook groups helpful. They can be an amazing free marketing tool for your Montessori school. If you aren't active on Facebook, you certainly should be, as most millennial parents are active and constantly looking for different resources and tools, especially when it comes to parenthood. It can be great to get exposure in parenting groups that are local to your community. And there's so many tactics that you can do if you just take a little bit of time to get the exposure that you need, and it doesn't cost you any money. It just takes a little bit of time, and it can certainly be a big payoff if you want to build a strong school community. If you want to learn more about how you can use Facebook as a tool, there are many resources available on Montessori Thrive in the link below. You can also contact Nido Marketing to get more advice on how you can run Facebook ads for your school and get the exposure you need so you can boost enrollment and grow your community. I'll see you in the next video.